Have you ever felt sound move through your entire body? Not just heard it with your ears, but felt it ripple through your skin, your bones, even your heartbeat. That is the experience of Gong therapy. It is a healing practice where vibration, resonance, and deep listening come together to create profound relaxation and transformation. But before we dive in, here's a question. When was the last time you truly allowed yourself to do nothing? No phone, no thinking, no distractions. Gong therapy offers you that chance. It gives you permission to stop, to rest, and to let sound do the work. Gong therapy, sometimes called a gong bath, is a form of sound healing. Unlike music you play in the background, this is not about melody or lyrics. It is about frequency. A gong produces layers of tones and overtones. When those sounds wash over you, they can bypass your busy mind and connect directly with your body's natural rhythms. Imagine an ocean wave that not only crashes on the shore, but flows right through you. That is what the gong does with sound. And here's something that surprises people. You do not have to do anything. You do not have to meditate. You do not have to control your breath. You do not have to try. You simply lie down, close your eyes, and allow the gong to create a field of vibration around you. Now, let me interrupt you for a moment. Picture this. You're lying on a yoga mat in a quiet room. The lights are dim. You are wrapped in a soft blanket. You hear a single strike of the gong. It hums, it roars, it shimmers. The sound expands until you cannot tell where the gong ends and where you begin. You wonder, am I listening to the sound, or is the sound listening to me? That is the kind of shift gong therapy can bring. So how does it work? On a physical level, sound waves are vibrations. Your body is mostly water, and water is an excellent conductor of vibration. When the gong is played, its frequencies move through your body, like ripples through a pond. People often describe tingling, warmth, or waves of release. On a mental level, the gong helps you move from the busy beta brainwave state into alpha and theta states. These are the states of meditation, creativity, and deep relaxation. Some people even dip into delta states, the same as deep, dreamless sleep. This brainwave shift can reset your nervous system, reduce stress hormones, and allow the body to enter a natural state of healing. But let me pause and ask you this. If relaxation were medicine, how much would you be willing to pay for it? The truth is, many of us are starved for true rest. Gong therapy is one of the simplest and most direct ways to give your mind and body a break. A typical session lasts 45 minutes to an hour. Participants usually gather in a studio or wellness space. You lie down on a mat, sometimes with a pillow or blanket for comfort. The facilitator may guide you with a short meditation, then begin playing the gong. The sound can start soft, almost whisper-like, then rise into powerful waves. It is not unusual for the sound to feel overwhelming for a few moments, only to dissolve into pure calm afterward. Some people see colors or images. Others feel emotions surface, tears, laughter, or a sudden sense of peace. And many drift into a deep meditative state where time seems to disappear. When the gong finally fades into silence, you often feel as though you have returned from a journey, even if you never left the room. Think about the last concert you attended. Remember how the bass seemed to thump inside your chest? Multiply that sensation by 100, but instead of chaos and noise, imagine harmony and balance. That is the difference between random sound and therapeutic sound. Gong therapy is not entertainment. It is intentional sound crafted for healing. The benefits are wide-ranging. People report better sleep, less anxiety, and improved mood. Some notice relief from physical pain or tension. Others experience breakthroughs in creativity or emotional healing. The effects are not always dramatic or instant, but they are cumulative. The more you allow yourself to immerse in sound, the more your body remembers how to relax. Science is beginning to catch up with what ancient cultures already knew. Gongs have been used in Asia for thousands of years in rituals and ceremonies. Today, researchers are studying how sound impacts heart rate variability, stress hormones, and brain function. The results are clear. Sound is not just something we hear. It is something that can shift our entire state of being. Let's shake things up again. Imagine holding a snow globe. When you shake it, everything is chaotic, flakes flying everywhere. But when you set it down, the snow begins to settle. Gong therapy is like that moment of settling. Your mind, your body, your emotions, they all find a place of stillness. It is important to note that every session is unique. Sometimes you may feel energized and uplifted. Other times you may feel deeply relaxed, almost heavy with rest. There is no right or wrong outcome. The key is to surrender to the experience without expectation. If you are new, here is what you can do to prepare. Wear comfortable clothing. Bring a mat, blanket, and maybe even an eye mask. Drink some water before and after the session. Most importantly, set an intention, even something simple like, I allow myself to receive rest. That intention can shape your experience. At its heart, Gong therapy is about reconnection. Reconnection to your body, to your breath, to the present moment. Reconnection to the part of you that knows how to heal, how to rest, how to be whole. In a world filled with screens, noise, and distraction, the gong is an invitation to return to silence through sound. So the next time you hear the deep, shimmering resonance of a gong, remember, it is not just an instrument, it is a doorway into calm, clarity, and renewal. Are you ready to step through?